Welcome to Flawless Nails, everybody. So today I'm going to show you how I prep my nails to lay my acrylic, and the method I'm going to show you, it helps to keep your acrylic on forever. And when I say forever, I mean forever. So I'm going to start with just pushing up the cuticle. I'm just using my manicure cuticle pusher, and the reason I'm doing this is because you need all the nail space you can get. When you put the nail tip at the free edge of your natural nail, it's just used there for the length and the shape, so you could get the length and the shape of the nail you desire. So basically, if you don't have enough space on your natural nail, then your acrylic won't stick. So now I'm just evening out the free edge of the natural nail, because I don't like it to look jagged. I want it to grow. Once it starts to grow, it'll be one length. So that's the reason. I mean, you don't have to do it, it's optional, but that's something I do. Okay, so the bit that I'm using, I always use extra coarse bit. Okay, so now what I'm doing is etching the nails. Etching is just putting tiny scratches in the natural nail so that you'll have something for the acrylic to stick to. So basically what I do, I go different ways. I go sideways, up and down, back and forth, but you have to get those tiny scratches in the nail so the acrylic could stick to the nail. If you don't get those tiny scratches, get as much as you can get. That's why I use the extra coarse. It always etch properly. So get as much tiny scratches in the nail as you could get so the acrylic could stick. And you cannot miss this part, because if you do miss this part, then your nails will lift, it will drop off, it won't be right. So follow the steps and I guarantee you won't have any problem with your nails lifting. So here you could see me going back and forth. I'm going up and down. I'm getting as much tiny scratches I could get in this nail as possible. And that's why I use my extra coarse nails too. My extra coarse bit, sorry. So here I'm using stiletto extra long tips that I found on Amazon. So you put the tip at the free edge of the nail and you put it down as far as possible so that you could have your natural nail space to put the acrylic. Because like I said, the tip is only used as the length and the shape of the nail, to get the length and the shape. So you need your natural nail for the acrylic to stick. So you have to leave as much space as possible for you to put the acrylic. Okay, so here I'm showing you the amount of glue I usually use on the nail. You only need one little bit on the nail for it to stick. And I know some people say if the tip keeps coming up, some people tips keep coming up. So what you can do is, when it comes up, you have to change the nail. Don't use the same nail and put glue on it. You change the nail, you etch that piece of the nail with the glue tip, and then you put on a new nail. And also the nail type of nail glue that I'm using is KDS nail glue. You can find it, if you're in Florida, you could find it at LED, or go on Amazon and you could find it there. And if you notice on the thumb, these tips, I think these are from China, I think. Don't quote me on it, but that's why I think it is from. But you know, these tips only come a certain size. So some of the thumbs are very small. But what I do, I still place it on, because once I start to etch my nails and drill it and stuff, you will see it all come together. Especially when you put the acrylic on, you won't see that the nail was smaller if you do it correctly. So now what I'm doing is just cutting for the length, and I'll cut for the shape, and I'll do a shaping video. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm just going to do a small little thing. I'm going to do the pinky stiletto and the rest coffin. So for stiletto, I go from edge to middle, edge to middle. I'm going to do an informative video on how I shape my tips. Well, I cut based on how the person nail is cut. If you notice, I just cut on one side for the coffin. It's just because of how wide my client's nail is. So right now I'm just shaping the stiletto. Well, I'll do a shaping video. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. If you guys have any questions, please say it below in the comments box. If you have any ideas on what type of videos I can do, just let me know and I will do it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the extra cost bits. Well, after I file upwards, well, I always check and file upwards. I file downwards and upwards, but I won't explain that in this video. I'm going to explain in another video. But after I'm done shaping and filing, what I'm going to do is take my extra cost bit again, and I'm blending the seam of the nail tip with the natural nail, so that it could be all one. It could be, I want it flat. I don't want to have like a hump where the nail tip was. So the same thing with the natural nail, etching this nail tip. I mean, the acrylic is going to stick to it either way because it's plastic, but I like that extra grip of the acrylic on the tip. So I just blend everything in one. So I etch the whole nail. But you have to, even if you don't blend the tip in or etch the tip, but you have to blend the seam of the nail in. You have to get that piece flat. When I say the seam of the nail, I mean where the nail tip starts and where you place the natural nail, if that makes sense. I mean the tip, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so that was the pointing finger I'm doing. I'm just etching the nails. Listen, if you follow these steps, I guarantee you will have no problem with your clients coming back and say, oh, this lift, that lift. Like, I promise you, this will help you help your clients. Like, just try it. Try it and let me know. I have clients, I see my clients once a month, sometimes two times, like every 2 months. Like, because their nails stick on so long and stay on so long, even if you use a lot of water, this process helps with your acrylic staying longer than usual. It will grow out, but you won't have any lifting. So I'm just dusting away the dust. Now I'm showing you up close how it will look if you are prepped properly. And after this process, what I do, I put my primer on all 10 fingers, and before I put the acrylic on each finger, I put primer again. Before you lay your acrylic, your primer has to be wet. The natural nail have to be wet with primer. You do not have to prep the natural nail and the tip. It's just the natural nail that has to prep. You have to put the primer on. So this is how I prime the nails. Try it out. I promise you won't regret it. Thank you guys for watching Flawless Perfection 242.